Hello, daughters, and welcome to Discerning Meditations with Delores, the pastor's daughter. To begin, please bring kind awareness to your mind, to your body, and to your spirit. Today's meditation is entitled Guided Meditation for Mindful Awareness. Immersing into the breath. In this meditation, we will explore the transformative power of conscious awareness by immersing ourselves in the breath. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we aim to reduce anxiety and cultivate a sense of calm and presence. Begin by finding a comfortable position and taking a moment to relax your body. Soften any unnecessary tension in your belly and shoulders. Close your eyes or gently look downwards, allowing your hands to rest effortlessly. Find a posture that balances relaxation and alertness. Take a few moments to scan your awareness through the sensations of your body. Soften and release obvious areas of physical tension, creating a foundation for the practice. We will use the breath as our anchor, a home base for awareness. Breathe naturally and notice where the breath is easiest to detect and where it feels pleasant or neutral. Pay attention to the breath's sensations, whether it's the flow in or out of your nose, the touch around your nostrils, the movement of your diaphragm, or the rising and falling of your abdomen. Sense the breath without the need to control it, akin to listening to a soothing sound. With relaxed awareness, explore the changing sensations of the breath. The breath becomes your home base, a place to rest and be aware. Relax with each inhale and exhale, noticing the immediate experience of sensations. If your mind drifts into thoughts, use a soft and friendly mental note like thinking, and gently return your attention to the breath. Embrace any background sounds or sensations without letting them draw you away. Without judgment, allow yourself to return to the inflow and outflow of the breath. Let the breath be your intimate friend, reconnecting you with your presence. Recognize that thoughts are not the enemy. You're developing the capacity to notice thoughts without getting entangled in their storylines. strengthen your ability to come back to the present moment, immersing your awareness into the breath. Acknowledge that the practice of returning to the breath can be done informally throughout the day. Bring a full yet gentle attention to your breath, sensing into the body, and continue with your activities. By immersing your awareness into the breath, we nurture a practice of mindful presence, finding peace and tranquility within the rhythm of our own breath. This conscious awareness becomes a powerful tool for reducing anxiety and embracing the richness of each moment. Thank you for tuning in to Discernment Meditations with Delores, the pastor's daughter. I love you. And remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Please like, share, and subscribe. And have a discerning day. Bye-bye for now.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, here we go. Here we go, people. We are here. Ooh, and the voice is gone. Y'all, I'm not even going to tell y'all about the shenanigans and activities that happened on last night. Just know that it is a miracle. It is a miracle that your girl is here on this morning, okay? And I'm sure it's a miracle that y'all are here as well. And I'm so glad that you are. Today is March the 4th, 2026, honey. And here is our word for the day. Let me move that QR code out your way for a minute. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here we go. What we got going on? Y'all probably can't see that. And I'm not going to turn the light up brighter, child. My eye is all jacked up. So, okay, it says, find what you love and never let it go. Find what you love and never let it go. Oh my gosh. That's our word for today. All right, y'all. So let me give you a quick lay of the land if you are new here. Hey, y'all. Good morning. My name is Delores, the pastor's daughter. And what we do here is we write, okay? This is the writing lab. So we do 2 50-minute focused writing sessions, okay, where we have a timer that goes on. And during those sessions, we don't talk or anything. We just have some really, really nice, really light music. It's lo-fi music, low frequency music, just to kind of give us a little white noise to work with while we're writing. Okay, so I've got that started for us, and let me see. And then in between the 50-minute writing sessions, we do a 10-minute movement break. Most of the time, I'm right here. Look, hold on. I'm right here standing on my vibration plate. That's what I'm standing on right now. So this is what I usually do during our movement breaks. But you could do whatever you want to. I also line dance. I teach line dance. So if you guys want to do a little line dance, y'all let me know if y'all want to do a little line dance in between these sessions. But typically what I do is I come back on and I'll talk to y'all while I'm doing my vibration therapy. And then I'll give you guys some really good writing nuggets and stuff like that. Speaking of writing nuggets, let's go ahead and get into our writing prompt for today, coming from the Tell the Truth Daughter manual. And this manual goes right along with our live writing sessions. So if you want to grab a copy of the manual, you can do that. I just put the link in the chat for you. So you can grab that in my bookstore, and the link is also available in the description of the video. So today We're continuing on with chapter 3. Chapter 3 is going right along with week 3 that we're doing these live sessions. And it says here, I'm gonna just read a little piece of what I read yesterday. Um, your memoir, your memoir is your transformation in motion. Okay, this is your transformation in motion. Once you identify the true message of your book, every chapter becomes easier to write because now you know the purpose behind every scene. The purpose behind every scene is your transformation. Okay? That's the purpose behind every scene. Here's what I need you to ask yourself, okay? And this is what's going to help you to really get your creative juices going, to really get that flow, and to know exactly what you're writing about, okay? Um, ask yourself, what am I really trying to say? What am I really trying to say? Okay? What changed? What changed in me that others need to understand? And this is a change that is about you, but it also transcends you. It also goes beyond you. You know, it applies to other daughters, other pastors' kids, other politicians' kids, other other single mothers, you know. So it applies to other people who are also maybe having your same plight, but you're not really thinking about them, so to speak, at this juncture, but you kind of are, you know, because at the same time you're thinking about your book and how it's going to market and how it's going to get out into the world, right? You don't want that to consume your writing process right now as you're just trying to process everything that is happening, but you do want to have that in your mind because that's, you know, with the future of your book, okay? Another question, what truth did I finally accept? What truth did I finally accept? What truth did I finally accept about my parent? You know, the parent that I wanted to be there for me but was unable to. And the truth, knowing the truth about or the truth that you finally accepted doesn't mean that you're okay with what happened. Okay? That's not what this means. So your writing process should not be where it just validates everything that was done to you on other people's part. It's not about that. But if it does, then it just does. We're not thinking about that part though, right? We're just thinking about the truth. What is the truth that you finally accepted? What freedom did I step into? Because with truth, there does come a bit of freedom. Not immediately, it doesn't always feel immediate, right? Sometimes it feels like a lot more bondage. And that's a direct line, like almost a paraphrase from my book. That sometimes the truth doesn't immediately set you free. Yeah, it's a really good quote that we say, but sometimes knowing the truth, acknowledging the truth, seeing the truth doesn't feel like freedom. Eventually it does. And that's the eventually that you're writing about. Okay. So that's enough for now. Tomorrow we'll get a little bit deeper into that and we'll ask those same questions again because you're going to be building on your writing, okay? So all right, we've done a meditation. I'll talk to y'all for a few minutes and kind of give you a good prompt and a good direction to go in with your writing today. So let's go ahead and get this timer going because I don't even want to delay us anymore this morning. And to be honest, y'all, I want to get this session done so I can get back in the bed. Okay. So let's do what we got to do. Let's handle our business this morning, y'all. Okay. And then we're gonna we're gonna go on about our day. Okay. So whatever you got planned today, you can continue right after these sessions. Okay. So let me share my screen and we are going to go ahead and get started writing. And these timers are from Million Reason on YouTube. So you can go there and use these timers yourself. Looks like I'm having a little technical difficulties. Can y'all hear me good? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so now at this particular part of the lab, we get up and we move. Okay, so y'all get up and do some type of movement. We're just doing a 10-minute movement break, y'all. Okay, and then we're gonna get right back started. I know sometimes like these movement breaks, at least for me, they end up coming as soon as I like get kind of deep into it. As soon as I figure out exactly what I'm doing for the day, you know, because it takes me a good little while to figure out like exactly what I'm doing, and probably just to wake up, to be honest, y'all. So once I actually like get going good, then it's time for our 10-minute movement break. And I'm like, I don't really want to stop because I want to, I want to just keep on working through, but that's not what's good for me. That's not what's good for my body. And you might find that that's not what's good for you too, and that you need to get up and let all that stuff kind of move through your body, kind of like get your bearings, So now that it's like you figured out exactly what you're doing, now it's like, okay, for this next session, let me get my bearings. Got my thought process together. I got my plan, how I want to execute. And then, so the next session, the next 50-minute focus session, you should, it should be more productive than the first one. At least that's how it works for me. Y'all let me know in the chat if that's how it works for y'all too. Because that might, it might be the same case for y'all. So just let me know. Also in the chat, y'all, let me know where you're writing from. Because, one thing that I really love about these labs is that we can all be wherever we are in the world, Like, I don't know what time zone y'all are in, where you are in the world, but you could be, like, on the whole other side of the world, And it's like we're all in here together, We're all in the same space together. I mean, we're all in the same virtual space. So that qualifies. So y'all let me know in the chat where you are. And then let me know what you're working on. Like for me, this is my accountability group. And so I'll get on here and I'll tell y'all what I'm working on. So it's like that's good for me. It like gives me like kind of like a checks and a balances, type of thing. And so if if y'all want to use me as your accountability partner, that's what I'm here for. So y'all let me know in the chat what you're working on. If you have a deadline that you want to meet, what your inspiration is, the why behind why you're doing it. Why are you writing? Are you doing this for you? Hey y'all. I'm asking y'all to say stuff in the chat and I'm just not looking at it. There's no rhyme or reason to when I'm productive. It's always a mystery. Okay. Aisha Khan. Girl, listen. Working with you from England. Oh, that is so awesome. I love it. Welcome and thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Yeah. That is how it was for me before. But I say, I'm gonna be intentional. Like I want to be intentional about my writing, about when I write as well. So that's why I wanted to start sticking to these sessions. And y'all, I don't even know if I should say that I am like amazed at how much I've accomplished. I'm not really. I'm a highly productive person. So I know like once I, get into it, then I'm going to get into it, but just having the structure, having like this intentional time, being consistent, like consistently showing up for myself, showing up for y'all, it's like it's transforming my writing, it's transforming my mind. Like I am, I'm in a whole other space, just even emotionally, mental health wise. Like just before I started these sessions, let me see how much time we got. We still have a few more minutes. Y'all should be up and moving around now, y'all. Okay, get up and move. But before I started these, what was I about to say? Dang, now I forgot my whole train of thought. Um, Before I started the sessions, I used to just kind of like write whenever I wanted to, and I still do that, I still do that. But for some reason, having this focused time, showing up consistently, and being purposeful about and intentional about what I'm doing during these times, you know. So, one of my toxic traits, okay, look, okay, one of my toxic traits is that, like, I'll start a lot of different things. Like, I'll have my hands into some of everything. Okay, child. So previously, what I would do was, like, when I would have my writing sessions, is like whatever I feel like, like whatever I feel like at the moment, whatever I feel like writing about, I would do it during my own sessions, right? There was no telling like how long I would go. I would go longer than 2 hours. I would not move around when I needed to, and that was like really showing up in my body. Like, that was like that wasn't good for me. And believe it or not, it kind of makes your writing process like not as fun. I mean, you would think having more structure and like doing things at a certain time for a certain amount of time would be less free, but that's not really how it works. Because, and especially when you're intentional during the times that you work too, like, instead of me taking on a whole bunch of other things, like saying, okay, well, whatever I feel like today, if I want to work on the Tell the Truth Daughter series, or if I want to work on the Pastor's Daughter series, I would just, whatever I wanted to go with at the time. But does that really move you forward in any particular thing? No, it doesn't, because you're scattered, you're all over the place. And so I was noticing that, I get in this creative mode, and while it was good for me, it's no longer good for me, because now I've got all this stuff that I've created, I've got all these projects that I've started, but nothing is actually progressing into a phase where it actually like pays me back, or that it's something that I could put out into the world so I could share it with y'all. Sometimes it wouldn't turn into that. It would just be a whole bunch of stuff that I've created. And so while I would feel like I'm being creative and I'm creating all these things, and that's great, I was not actually finishing anything. I wasn't following through on anything. And that is going to make a difference in your writing process. That'll make the difference between you continuously writing and writing and writing a book to you actually putting the book out into the world. And I know that's scary, I know it's scary, but it's necessary. You're gonna get to this. You're gonna get to that point eventually, and if you're intentional about it, you'll get to that point, when you want to, when you need to, when it's time, when you've planned for it, you know. Um, and that kind of takes a little bit of the fear out of it, it takes a little bit of the fear, because it's like I've intentionally been working on this, I've made, I've gone through all of the motions of, okay, now I'm at the editing process now, I'm at the beta reader process now, I've got people actually reading the book before I put it out into the world. Now, I'm actually thinking about marketing the book, and where I'm going to go and speak about the book, and maybe you will start a podcast series based off of your book. You'll start a course based off of your book. Like, the possibilities are endless, but what you do now, and your intentionality, like, that matters. That matters now. And as someone who has written a memoir and who really needed this type of, this type of coaching, this type of talking to, you know, I didn't have that, so I'm providing that. I saw that there was something missing, because I wanted to write from a place of, like, I was still hurting at the time, and I don't know if you're ever going to be where you're not, where what you've experienced doesn't hurt. It's like it's a different level of hurt. You have a different level of clarity as you're processing the hurt. A lot of things change. A lot of, you go through a transformation. Okay, y'all, that's enough talking for now. Let's get right on back into it. I'm sending y'all some great creative energy, especially for this next 50-minute session. I'm praying that you all gain some clarity during this session. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. Look, we made it through, y'all. I'm proud of us. Aren't y'all proud of us? I am. All right, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all any longer. I'm gonna stay here and vibrate for a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all go. Um, let me make sure y'all share the video on your way out. Make sure you like the video and share this with a daughter who is writing her book, telling her truth. Okay, I know y'all know somebody. Just think about it. You know somebody who was like, "Oh my God, I could totally write a book. I should totally write a book." Y'all know somebody, okay? You might be that somebody. If you're that somebody, make sure you are here at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, weekday mornings in the writing lab with your girl, Delores, the pastor's daughter. Y'all, we are making progress on our writing goals in 2026. We're not playing around, okay? We are not playing around. I already have several books out myself. You can look at them on the when you click that link in the description and in the comments. Y'all take a look at those and let me know what you think. Make sure you grab the manual. The manual is in my bookstore right now. Also, you can grab my international best-selling memoir. That's also in my bookstore. The link is in the chat and in the description of the video. And y'all, we're just gonna continue making progress on our writing goals. I thank y'all so much for being here and for making progress on your own writing goals. I want to hear what y'all have to say. I want to know your truth. I want to hear your story. Um, and that means you got to write it. That means you got to do the work. You got to lay the foundation. Um, and you have to go through your own healing journey. If you're still at the beginning of your healing journey, you'll still get a lot out of these sessions. In fact, if you're at the beginning of your healing journey, I suggest you also be here to to process what you're going through and what you're feeling. Um, a lot of times when we talk about the story, some of these stories, we start reliving this trauma. So I, encourage you all to seek professional mental health. You guys know I am an international, um, um, I'm sorry, a nationally certified counselor, but I'm not your counselor, okay? And this is not counseling. This is not therapy. All right. So in order to get like the most benefit from everything that we're doing here, I do suggest that you seek some type of mental health counseling, or at least a little bit of oversight, so that as you're going through this process, you at least have someone professional who knows what you're doing, what you're going through, so that they can kind of assist you and guide you along the way. Even though I am a nationally certified counselor, I still go to counseling. I have a counselor. I have a psychologist and a psychiatrist, y'all. Okay, like this is not a game. There is no shame in in um, what I have to do for my own mental health. I write about what I've gone through. So, it's no mystery that I, need counseling, and I need a psychiatrist and a psychologist, y'all, okay? And I'm okay with that. And you're gonna have to be okay with that too. You know, it's not your fault what you went through, but it is your responsibility, okay? Because we can't bleed on everybody else in our lives because of what we endured in our past. We've done that, but those days are over. And now what we do is we don't bleed on people, but we will bleed on the page, so to speak. You know what I mean? We will put our feelings, our emotions, our experiences in writing, our lessons learned, our revelations, our transformations, our discernment process. We'll put all that on paper, okay? And that's what these sessions are about. So I'm gonna leave y'all. I've already talked enough, child. I'm tired. My eye is irritated. I'm gonna put some drops in it and nurse my eye. It's already getting swollen. Um, so I'm gonna go deal with that. I love y'all and thank y'all so much for being here. And remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. All right, y'all. Bye bye for now.